Hey guys, it's Gameface here, and welcome back to episode 7 of my Barcelona career. Now, today's episode, we've got plenty of games to get through. The first match is against Athletic Bilbao. Then we've got a game against Juventus to play just a few days later. That's, of course, in the Champions League group stages. We played them before. I think we beat them the first game that we played in the Champions League. And after that, we've got a game against Sevilla to finish off today's episode, again in the league. So, again, we've got 3 matches basically to play in like a week or 8 days, something like that. So, plenty of matches to get through, and got them coming up pretty quick as well. So, the first game against Bilbao is going to be an interesting one, because the fact that Real Madrid have just dropped some points in their last game. For the first time this season so far, in their 10th match, they've finally dropped some points. They've drew a match, and that means if we get ourselves 3 points here, then we'll just be 3 points behind Real Madrid. Obviously, we've got to beat Bilbao to be able to do that, so we've got to try and get ourselves within a little bit of a closer distance between us and Real Madrid. That's obviously going to be the task for us to try and do in today's episode. Hopefully we're able to do that. Before we get into things though, if we could try and hit 100 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack on with today's episode, and let's take a look at the team. This is what I'm going to put out for the game against Bilbao. To Stegen starts in goal, Semedo, Piqué, Mascherano and Alba in defence, and then we've got Rafinha, Paulinho and Iniesta in midfield. Iniesta getting a new lifetime contract at Barcelona in real life, by the way. A real incredible achievement for him to get such a huge contract by the sounds of it. Messi, Deulofeu and Suarez starting as our front three as well. So a few changes here and there, but that's purely down to the fact that we do have a game against Juventus coming up very shortly. Let's see how we get on. Got to get ourselves 3 points. Got to try and catch up Real Madrid, who have finally dropped some points, so they've given us an opportunity here. Hopefully we can take it in this game. Okay, let's crack on with this game. It's actually a little bit more important of a match than I was expecting it to be honest, against Bilbao. Usually this sort of game is, fairly important. They're a good side. They've got some good players I've actually heard of, which is nice, but usually this match is sort of not that important. Usually one that we're kind of expected to win and then move on to another matches kind of situation, but to be honest, this is actually quite an important game, so we can try and catch up Real Madrid finally and get a little bit closer to them if we can. Paulinho with an early strike, which is blocked and then headed away by the defender. So, got to make sure we get ourselves 3 points, got to make sure it's fairly comfortable as well. Hopefully we're able to do that, and let's wait and find out how we get on. We're already in behind us here with Williams. The beaten us to Stegen, not beaten though, and headed over the bar. Should be a goal, should be 1-0 up, 5 minutes in. Great chance for Williams there. Should do much better, should find the back of the net. Gets a little bit lucky, certainly get let off the hook there early on. Ball through, Adriz is through, hits the bar, and Stegen will keep hold of it. So far they've had the better opportunities by far here in this game. Certainly should be at least 1 goal up. Certainly should be 2, I think, if we're completely honest. It has been some great opportunities there for Bilbao. Not quite managed to take them just yet, and still remains 0-0 in this game. Yet to have such a good chance for ourselves just yet. Piqué wins it back, Suarez now into Rafinha. Back into Paulinho to shoot on his left foot. Hits the post. We've hit the woodwork this time. Deulofeu follows up and we've scored. Suarez gets it, but no, it's offside. I don't know why. Is it Deulofeu that's offside maybe? Didn't think he was, to be honest, but clearly he has been given offside here by the linesman. We'll have a look at it again. Yeah, he does drift off, doesn't he, a little bit. That's poor from him. Should do better. Looking across the line as well, but that's sadly an offside, even though we got the ball in the back of the net. Still remains 0-0 in this game, and it could quite easily be 2-1 Bilbao. Iniesta playing a ball through there to Deulofeu. Could this be a chance for us? On his left foot, shoots and scores. It's 1-0. This time we've scored. Deulofeu gets it as well, and it's an absolutely fantastic strike on his left foot there. Thunders it into the back of the net. It's 1-0, 38 minutes into this game, and we got ourselves in front. I mean, it's been a fairly sort of end-to-end sort of game at times. Both teams having good chances. Both teams probably had 2 really, really good chances. We've taken that one of our chances, and they haven't managed to take either of them so far. We've just about managed to have the rub of the green, I suppose, in the last 15 minutes or so. We've managed to take our chance here with Deulofeu, who scores on his left foot, 1-0. And I think, like I say, it's been a fairly balanced sort of game, to be honest. It could quite easily be 2-2 at this point in the match. Somehow, though, it's only 1-0, and we are just happy to take the lead before half-time. Messi running forward. Great chance here, still going Messi. Can he get himself the finish as well? He has done it. It's 2-0 now, doubled our lead a couple of minutes later, and we're in front by 2-0 in front of Athletic Bilbao now after 42 minutes. Messi gets the goal, and it's a really good run as well. Takes it in there from Suarez, just keeps going. Defender can't get anywhere near to him, doesn't even try, I don't think, the defender there. Messi just easily breezes past him, slots home on his left foot, and it's 2-0. Starting to get in front of Bilbao by a little margin now, which is good. Going to continue to hopefully try and add to the scoreline if we can in the second half, but so close to half-time, and Bilbao is starting to fall apart. Will we have some sort of response before half-time? It seems like it. Don't play the cross here. Always going for the chip. That's cheeky. That's 2-1. just before half-time, a minute to go, and there's been 3 goals in the last 6 minutes. And Bilbao have got themselves one back. We've lost the clean sheet, and it's Adriz there with a fantastic chip over the goalkeeper. Really sort of ambitious chip that he's gone for there, but it works out perfectly. Our defence is all over the place. We step up a little bit too much. We could have gone across, but he goes for the more difficult option and chips the keeper perfectly into the back of net. 2-1, gutted about that. Wanted to go into half-time with a clean sheet and make sure we didn't start to concede goals. Half-time still 2-1, obviously gutted to have conceded there so late on in the first half, but overall probably actually deserved, to be fair. I mean, they've had really good chances, Bilbao. They just weren't able to take the first 2. They took the third one, though, and they've managed to score it. It's now 2-1. An interesting second half, I think, awaits us here. It could be one or two things. I think it could continue in the same vein, as in, scoring goals for both teams. Or we could just see no goals in the second half and it finishes 2-1. I wouldn't be that surprised by no goals in the second half, to be honest. But let's wait and see exactly what happens. Hopefully, just about as jammed full of goals as the end of the first half was. Iniesta looked for the ball over the top. What a pass that is to Deulofeu. Tried to bring it down, and actually the defender managed to do enough to put him off there, but that is an incredible pass from Iniesta there, outside of the boot. Really, really good delivery from him, perfectly over the defender. And that was almost worthy of a goal just in itself, to be honest. Got PK going forward here, going to try and do the same for Iniesta. He nearly does as well. Iniesta tries to bring it down, and actually does a little bit of a better job, to be fair to him. Just unable to get the shot away still. Suarez, waiting for the run of Paulinho. He's still going Paulinho through to Iniesta. That's great. Oh, got to score it. Got to score that. Don't know what he was doing there on his left foot, Iniesta. There's obviously not much of a finisher, clearly, but should do so much better. Just a little tap in on your right foot, as simple as that, around the keeper. Keeper went the complete wrong way and should have been 3-1 there. 30 minutes left. First two changes, Suarez and Alceita to come on here. We'll take off Iniesta and Messi. Starting to think about the next game. It's Juventus now. Obviously, I know there's 20 minutes to go. There's still a lot that could happen, but I've also got to try and think about getting a result against Juventus. And at the moment, we are getting ourselves a result. We're in a good position. We could be obviously in a better position in terms of goals, but I think we're at the moment in control. Hopefully that continues. We've got to try and still get ourselves a third goal, though, if we can, to give ourselves a 2-goal advantage. But it's a little bit risky, the changes that I've made, but hopefully it's going to pay off in the long run. Messi going inside. What's his shooting going to be like it? Messi! Oh, it's a typical Messi goal. It's 3-1, 15 minutes left of this match. We've got ourselves a 2-goal advantage. And that will signal Messi being substituted as well, just as he scores that goal, his second of the game as well. And that secures us the victory with 13 minutes left of this game. Great bit of running inside from Messi. Just takes a shot pretty early as well. Shouldn't really have any right to score from this sort of angle, but it's Messi's left foot, so of course it's going to go in from here. Cuts inside. The defender doesn't try and do too much. Allows him to take the shot. Curls perfectly into the corner of the goal. We've had a few of those sort of goals, to be honest, so far in this career mode, and Messi continues to score them. And that will signal, like I say, the changes have now been made. Those guys get a bit of a rest, ready for the game against Juventus, and the game is now well and truly secured, hopefully, for us. Final change, Roberto on, Semedo off. Just a quick little change there, just to rest Semedo for a little bit. Final 10 minutes left. But still a chance maybe for a fourth goal if Suarez can hold this up and wait a little bit. Look for Deulofeu with a great pass. Deulofeu scores. And that's his second of the game as well. 2 for Deulofeu, 2 for Messi. What a pass by Suarez, by the way. Brilliant assist from him. Don't know how Deulofeu's got there. It's inside the fullback, who should comfortably get to it, I think. It doesn't manage to, though. And in the 92nd minute, we've made it 4-1. And well and truly secured the victory there. 3-goal advantage. But look at this from Suarez. Just waits and waits and waits. Defender should do so much better, but a great finish nevertheless, 4-1. And that's it, 3 points in the bag for us. Really happy with that. I think tactically got it spot on, the way that we played the game, much better than what we've seen in recent times. Got ourselves 4 goals as well, can't argue too much with that. And managed to weather the storm at times as well in that first half, where we managed to ride our luck a little bit when obviously Bilbao could have been 2-0 up pretty comfortably. They hit the bar, I think, as well during that. So they played pretty well to begin with. Then we came into the game a little bit more and we played very well ourselves and definitely deserved to win in the end. On some play drills, let's see how we get on this week. Hopefully have a bit more progress if we can. No change in overall, but a few changes in stats here and there. Nothing too major though this week. On to this game against Juventus. Currently find ourselves top of the group at the moment on 7 points. Obviously a great place to be. 2 wins and a draw so far. Juventus in second place. So this game kind of does determine who finishes top, or at least ends up on top after the match, I should say. Obviously Sporting could easily get themselves into that position potentially, or into a playoff position I should say, if they were to win and we were to get a draw in the game. But I suppose we'll just wait and see how he gets on against Juventus. Let's change around the team. It seems like Messi's also gone ahead and won Player of the Month. Did he win it last month? I'm pretty sure he did. So that's 2 months in a row now, I'm pretty sure. Let's change around the team and decide on the team that will put out for the game against Juventus. Okay, to the side that we're going to go with. So we've gone to Stegen in goal. We've got Semedo, PK, Umtiti and Alba in defence. Busquets, Paulinho, Rakitic in midfield. Messi, Dembele and Suarez as our 3 front players. This is the match I've gone with, 1 Wallace, Roberto Vidal, Gomez, Iniesta, Suarez and Alcácer all on there. A few players missing out, of course, just changing things around. Mainly down to the fact that there's obviously some tired players from the last game. Iniesta was supposed to play but hasn't quite recovered in time, so he misses out from the starting 11, but let's see how we get on. Hopefully get ourselves 3 points and try and remain top of our group if we can. Okay, let's kick off this match against Juventus and see how we get on. It's the away leg of this game that we have to play against them in the group, so it's the second time they're going to play. And we beat them the first time, hopefully we can beat them again this time in the away side of things. So yeah, let's wait and see how we get on. Hopefully get ourselves 3 points. I think we've got a good enough team to be able to do that. Obviously in great form after the last game, and hopefully we can continue that into the European fixtures. Great chance, great save from Ter Stegen. And it's Higuain, I think, that takes the first strike here in this match for Juventus. Got to try and clear this corner now. It's going to be Marquisio there to deliver. Higuain's in there. Pica heads away, though, very well. Free kick opportunity here for Dybala. He's over the free kick. Is he going to find the back of the net? Oh, no, saved by Ter Stegen. Thought he was going to score it, to be honest. It's a good free kick from him, but managed to just about get a glove to it. Oh, post slash bar there for Dybala. Such a good chance. Great strike on his left foot. Almost finesses it, but he's so close it seems like a strange decision. But to be fair to him, nearly finds the back of the net. Almost like the corner of the goal. Rakitic, oh, brilliant play. Dembele to shoot and saved by Buffon. Could have maybe played it across to Suarez. I didn't think the angle I was at was particularly great. I didn't know whether Suarez was actually there to tap it in. Would have been a tough one. There's a couple of defenders around him, but maybe could have been an option for us there. Buffon just gets a glove to it and pushes it out for a corner. Rakitic to deliver. What's the delivery going to be like? Into the front post. I think Busquets went for it, but it's headed away yet again. Can never seem to do enough from those corners. Yeah, Suarez now to Dembele. He's on the right-hand side this time round. Dembele to shoot on his right foot, saved, and Messi went for the diving header. A little bit ambitious, but was again cleared by a really strong Juventus defence, not letting much past them at the moment. No, it's 1-0. You can see what's going to happen. Rebounds perfectly to Dybala, who can just smash it home past Ter Stegen. It's 1-0 Dybala with the classic celebration of his. And 1-0, 37 minutes in. Gutted about that, but they have been lurking in and around our box of Juventus. They've been picking up all the little scraps, and the poor pass out from Umtiti straight to Dybala. Went for the tackle, and look at that, opens up perfectly for him. Slots at home. It's 1-0. Got to try and get ourselves back in level terms, ideally before half-time. Paulinho turning his man. Now looking into Suarez to shoot from range on his left foot. Oh, it's not a bad strike. Hits it quite cleanly, but didn't quite have the accuracy. Was always curving away from goal. And it's half-time. Still is an actual 1-0. Positive end to the first half. And we had a good strike there with Suarez, but can't quite get close enough to the goal to have anything that clear-cut. One or two chances amongst the first half, but nothing that major, to be honest. Maybe just the chance to Dembele that was saved by Buffon. But other than that, need to try and get ourselves back in level terms as quickly as possible. Got to try and, I think, keep hold of the ball a little bit better. It's tough, though. Juventus are a good team, so fair play to them. They probably deserve to be in front at the moment. Had a few good chances, and they've penned us in for a lot of the first half. Dembele getting away from Demarcos. Demarcos does have a lot of pace, but he can't keep up with Dembele for some reason. He's still going. Dembele to shoot from the tight angle. Was still looking for a cutback. Never seemed to open up for us. I didn't think the cutback there. Was desperately looking for Suarez. Couldn't pick him out. And still remains 1-0 Juventus. Dembele with a great run there. A really strong run to get past Demarcos, who we know how quick he is. Unfortunately, not able to get himself the goal, though. Dembele going to look for a cross now. Great ball in. Paulinho was there. Connects with it. Can't put it towards goal, though, somehow. Completely a mile off in the end. And I can't believe still remains 1-0. Not managed to get ourselves on the score sheet just yet. Oh, chance. No way. No way. First opportunity they've had in this second half, and they've scored it, haven't they? It's 2-0 now. Juventus getting the second goal, putting themselves in front. Pjanic with the second goal. And as it stands, Juventus will overtake us and go first in the group. Obviously not great news for us if that does happen. Still 30 minutes left, but it's looking difficult now, to be honest. Would need to get 2 or 3 goals at least in this game to be able to compete with them. Let's see how we get on. Plenty of work to be done here. Just as we start to look like we're creating some good chances in the second half, they go and really kick us in the teeth whilst we're trying to fight back in that they go get the second goal. So hopefully something opens up. Got to try and do something quickly, though. Rakitic trying to get past his man and shoot, but great block. First change, Gomez on, Paulinho off. He's played quite a lot recently, Paulinho, so we'll make the change now. Gomez will come on and hopefully try and get a bit more pace and energy in the midfield. Control the game a little bit more as well, but to be honest, that's always going to be really difficult. And that's the full official there, giving the thumbs up to the crowd. It's good to see. Nice little thumbs up there, just keeping everyone in order. Ball through Higuain, great chance, could be 3. Stegen does well, just about manages to prevent it from going in the back of the net. Couldn't quite keep hold of it though, and we can now play it out from the back. Main issue in this game has probably been Juventus' midfield. Like, they're just so good. We're not good at all in midfield. They really dominated us and fully deserved to be winning this game. Can't have that many complaints. They have had a lot of good chances, better than ours as well. You can see with that one that we've just had a second ago. Out front of the corner to try and defend. Rakitic going to try and clear at the front post if he can. Ball goes in. Oh no. Again, no clear sort of definitive header away. Has to be punched over the bar by Ter Stegen. 15 minutes left. I think we've lost this game now, to be honest. Juventus had 10 shots in this match. Unbelievable. Final two changes, Vidal and Suarez to go on. We'll take off Messi and also Rakitic as well. Game's over with 5 minutes left, so we can afford to do that sort of thing. And yeah, just try and add some fresh legs into the team for the final 5 minutes. No real impact. I'm not expecting too much for those guys now. The game's well and truly over. Lost the match, probably 2-0 at least. But got to accept the result. Got to now think about the next league game. And of course, you know, you are going to at some point probably lose matches, especially to good teams like Juventus. But good about that. It's obviously the away fixture as well, so sometimes it does happen like that. But yeah, we now got to start thinking about the next league game, the next match we have to play in today's episode. That's it. Lost the game 2-0. Let's move on to the next match. We've kind of knew it for the last 15 minutes or so. So yeah, good about that. Obviously not getting ourselves the 3 points that we wanted to against Juventus. They overtake us now in the group stage, and it should mean that we have a very interesting end to the Champions League group stage. We'll have to wait and find out whereabouts we are. It depends on the other results that happened. Yeah, Sporting have also, I think, overtaken us as well after that victory. I think we got down to third. It's not good. On to the final game of today's episode against Sevilla. This is the side that I'm going to go with. Ter Stegen starting in goal, 7-0 PK, Umtiti and Alba in defence. In front of that, Busquets, Iniesta and Rakitic, Messi, Suarez and Deulofeu as our front three. This event I've gone with Wallace, Roberto, Suarez, Gomez, Paulinho, Dembele and Alcesa all that on the bench for us. Obviously, pretty strong team, pretty much our starting 11. Deulofeu also obviously in very good form, having scored 2 in the last game that he played, in the last league game that we were in, I think, at the start of today's episode. So obviously he's in good form, deserves to start, I think, based on that. Dembele still playing pretty well. I had a great performance actually at times in the last game against Juventus, but obviously still not quite getting as many goals as Deulofeu right now. If we win this game, then that still means that we're 3 points behind Real Madrid. They obviously won their last match, so it doesn't really affect the league table too much, even if we were to win. It just allows us to maintain that 3 point gap between them. Hopefully at some point next episode we can try and pick up some more points over them, and hopefully try and get a little bit closer as we have done at the start of today's episode. But let's wait and find out how we get on against Sevilla. Going to be a tough game, of course, to finish off today's episode. Hopefully though we are able to get ourselves 3 points, and got to try and recover after that loss against Juventus. Okay then, on to the final game of today's episode. Let's see how we get on against Sevilla. Obviously a great team, got some good players as well. Benyado in particular I think will be the one to watch up front for them. So let's see how we get on. It's going to be a tough match. Hopefully get ourselves the 3 points that we desperately need. Suarez. Deulofeu brings it down well through to Messi. It's a great start. Messi to shoot from a tight angle, hits the bar, smashes the bar in fact, and cleared. What a start to this game that is. Fantastic bit of movement there actually from our front three. And our midfielders also getting involved as well, trying to create something early on. Great start to the match. Should have been 1-0 though. Suarez trying to turn his man, but actually gets out strength there. And won back by the Sevilla defender. Oh, ball over the top there to Alba, getting forward, looking for Suarez in the middle, great delivery, Suarez gets there but over the bar, and in fact there must have been some sort of touch I think from the defender. It's gone out for a corner. Let's play this one short. It's going to be Messi to Iniesta. What's his delivery like? Absolutely dreadful. Suarez now into PK on his left foot. I don't know why the goalkeeper couldn't keep hold of that one. Not the greatest shot you'll ever see. Suarez through to Messi, what a pass, it's opened up, Messi on his left foot, oh, had to score it. Had to score that one. Good save by the goalkeeper. Narrowed down the angle, but still had to score. Did Messi there. Great chance. Should be 1-0 up, but unable to take it. Suarez running forward. Still going to shoot himself. Suarez. Oh, what a finish that is. Had to go for it, and it's been managed to pay off as well. Suarez scores 44 minutes into this game. What a strike. Fantastic from him. No stopping that by the goalkeeper. And we scored with a couple of minutes left for the first half. Don't know how deserved it's been, to be honest. Not that many good chances for either side. Maybe we've probably just edged it, I think. But look at this for a strike. Hits it so well to Suarez. Laces all the way through it. Outside of the box. No stopping it. Keeper's a little bit off his line. Probably doesn't help him. And not quite in the right angle, I don't think, to save it. But hits it so well. So much power behind it. You can't stop it. 1-0. And in front here against Sevilla just before half-time. Half-time, still win the game 1-0. Obviously great to be in front. Want to try and add to that if we can in the second half. Obviously a tough opponent, Sevilla, but I think we've actually dealt with them pretty well. You can see by the stats there that I think they only had 1 shot so far. So we've been pretty much in control. Happy about that. Got to make sure that continues in the second half. And also try and add to the scoreline if we can ourselves. Let's say we get on 45 minutes to still try and get ourselves a couple more goals. Suarez into Iniesta. Got to just try and wait for opportunity here. Rakitic might get one on a finesse. Oh, and he has done 2-0. Double the lead 2 minutes into the second half. and that is a fantastic way to begin the second half as well. Either side of the half-time break managed to get ourselves goals, and that's been crucial to us here. 2 goals in front now. Fantastic finesse from Rakitic, another great goal from outside of the box, and it's now 2-0, double our lead. Look at this play. A little bit patient with it. Rakitic gets loads of space. I think Suarez drags away the defender that should have really been trying to block that shot there from Rakitic. I think it might even be a midfielder that is dragged away, but just uses those players to bend the ball around and into the back of the net. 2-0, great finish. Rakitic inside, Suarez turns his man, that's great. Suarez looking to make it 3. Thought he had. What a save. What a save by the goalkeeper. So close to being 3. I thought he'd gone in the back of the net as well. Messi to now deliver. Good delivery. Actually, Suarez is in there, trying to connect. It's going to go out to Iniesta. Can he try and create something on the edge of the box? Probably not if it's PK. Great bit of 1-2 play here though. Alba still has it. Coming inside, looking for Suarez again. Suarez still going. Oh, gets brought down. Easy penalty. Terrible, terrible decision there. Don't know who's done it, but it's a terrible decision. I'm trying to bring down, I think, Suarez and somebody else as well. Don't know what he's thinking, but 10 minutes into the second half, a chance for us to make it 3, and a really poor decision. First of all, throws Messi to the ground, then goes in for a challenge of Messi and Suarez. Don't know who the penalty's actually been given for, but we'll happily take it. It's going to be Messi, I think, to take, surely, with him being probably the main player in this team. Don't know why his penalties aren't as good as it should be, I think. Wait, why are they making a sub just as I'm about to take a penalty? And why is it just change the penalty taker at the same time? Okay, let's go. Can we get ourselves a 3rd goal here? I've missed the last few penalties. Can I score this one finally? It's been saved again. I don't know what's going on here, because that's 3 or 4 penalties in a row that have been saved. Every time to that side as well. Might be time that I switch the sides. Messi with a good header, actually. A strong header from him. Good leap, but still over the bar. Yeah, it should have been 3-0 there. Should have scored the penalty. Don't know why it keeps on getting saved by the goalkeepers. Go on. Oh, an accidental shot there from Suarez. It was supposed to be a standing tackle, but it wins as a corner nonetheless, and we'll take it as well. It's going to be Rakitic to deliver into the front post. Who's he going to pick out? Suarez is in there, tried to flick it on. Cleared. Suarez over the top to Messi. That's good. Messi brings it down well. Messi looking for a cut back into Suarez. It's behind him. Oh, Deulofeu runs onto it. It's a little bit behind Deulofeu, but still should do better than what he does. With 17 minutes left, we should be 3-0 up here at least. Okay, some changes, all 3 as well. Paulinho, Suarez and Dembele all to go on. We'll take off Iniesta, Messi and Rakitic. Let's crack on. Let's hopefully get ourselves a 3rd goal if we can, and see whether we can just make sure we keep the clean sheet on top of that as well. Suarez. Now Paulinho, don't know what Deulofeu is thinking, but now he can play it to him. Deulofeu looking for a cut back into Paulinho. Oh, what a volley on his weaker side. Saved quite comfortably though by Rico still. And 5 minutes to go. Still remains 2-0. I think that's how the game's going to finish, to be honest. Not too many chances for Sevilla, and we just don't seem to be able to find the 3rd goal. No, Navas is through. No, not Navas of all people. And it's a typical sort of Navas shot, to be honest, on his left foot, not known for his finishing, and we can see why. Still remains 2-0. Great chance, though, for Sevilla to try and take away our clean sheet from us. Into the 90th minutes, and should be pretty much game over here. Maybe a final chance if we can get it forward quickly. I don't know whether the referee will let us have time, but we're still going to go with it. Dembele coming inside. Messi-esque shot, maybe? Or not. That's it. 2-0 victory, 3 points in the bag for us as well. Helps us keep within 3 points of Real Madrid, which is good. Keeps the pressure on them a little bit. Prevents them really from being able to drop too many more points, because we are right onto them most of the time. Kept ourselves a clean sheet. Made sure that they didn't have a single shot on target as well for the opposition. 16 shots, 12 on target. Of course, should have at least been 3 or 4 goals in that game. But we'll take 2-0 victory. It's a good platform to build on, hopefully in the next episode as well. And that pretty much concludes today's episode. We've played all 3 games, obviously losing to Juventus in the middle of the 2 wins in the league. But overall, very happy with the results, despite the obviously the loss in the Champions League game. That's everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll get on with the Champions League stuff next episode again. As you can see, now 3rd in the league table. So we've got to try and improve if we can. That's everything. Thanks for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.